The unstoppable force that was the Terminator was not just a character that Arnold played in some movie. Achieving the title of Mr. Olympia, becoming the greatest actor of his era, and becoming the political leader of one of the wealthiest states on earth. Arnold was a steroid-infused, testosterone-driven, thick German accent speaking force of unstoppable nature, achieving all of this through temporarily giving up. He wanted to achieve so much at a young age, but this was doing nothing for him. So if you feel like you want to do so much in life, this episode of How They Did It will take a look at exactly what Arnold did when he was feeling exactly what you were feeling to allow him to conquer everything that he wanted to do. And this is that story. Conformity was the foundation of Arnold's childhood home. Arnold had great dreams of becoming successful and famous, but his parents would regularly beat that mindset out of him. Arnold wanted to conquer the world. He looked up to all the great actors, businessmen, and celebrities, and he wanted to become all of them as fast as possible. But then he realized something. He realized that you have to give up on some choices, on some dreams, to be able to focus on the one choice that is always in front of you, to even have a chance at truly accomplishing anything else. So Arnold temporarily, emphasis on temporarily, gave up on his dreams of becoming an actor, of becoming a rich businessman, to truly begin to embody the role of becoming a bodybuilder, which leads us to his ultimate life-changing choice, giving up other choices to master the one that is right in front of him. But how did he take this choice and use it to become great? By focusing all of his energy into becoming the greatest and most influential bodybuilder of all time, which actually, by achieving this goal, would act as a platform for him to achieve his other dreams. Obsessed, all Arnold did was try to perfect his craft of bodybuilding. His personality, his thoughts, and his entire way of life was all a reflection of his focus on this one choice of becoming great at bodybuilding. Even at a young age, Arnold's obsession with bodybuilding led him to being imprisoned by the Austrian army, since he left his national service position to go compete in a bodybuilding competition, which he ultimately won. And after his short prison sentence and recent win, Arnold was actually invited to compete in bigger and more famous competitions. Not wanting to give up on this opportunity, Arnold spent every single waking second in optimizing his life towards this one goal of craft mastery. All he would read, do, and eat was in relation to allowing him to become the greatest bodybuilder that he could become. And what was the result of consuming everything that he could towards perfecting his bodybuilding was non-stop winning in European bodybuilding championships, being named best built man of Europe, all at the ripe age of 18. And all of this allowed him to obtain a visa to attend the Mr. Universe competition in London just a year later, where he ultimately came in second place. But a year after that, he won the title of Mr. Universe, where Arnold finally felt that he achieved some great fame from this one choice of bodybuilding, where this also allowed him to revisit his dreams of acting and business. So at the age of 22, he found an English coach so that he could work on his English language and accent, and funnily enough, he would regularly tell his coach this:
I'm going to become the greatest actor.
He then spent the next several years perfecting his English and perfecting his accent. Again, he did not know how to speak English, but wanted to become one of the greatest actors in the English movie industry. And while perfecting his English, he won dozens of different awards in bodybuilding, and then became the most famous bodybuilder in the crowd of all bodybuilders and weightlifters. But this was not enough for Arnold. He still had other dreams. He still wanted to achieve other things. He still had that drive to become an individual and wanted to become the most famous bodybuilder, not only in the crowds of bodybuilding, but in every single crowd on earth. And at the age of 23, Arnold gave up on his choice of professional bodybuilding and began his crusade and focus into the choice of acting, playing for small roles and building up a resume of acting for almost 10 years. Arnold never left his choice of becoming a great actor until he reached stardom, which he eventually did on the 10th year of his acting career with the box office titan Conan the Barbarian in 1982. This one breakthrough, which again took him 10 years to achieve, 10 years of focus, gave him one of the most successful runs in movie industry, dominating Hollywood for the next 20 years straight. The Terminator movies, Predator, Raw Deal, Twins. From 1982 to 2003, Arnold was one of, if not the biggest movie star to have ever walked the planet at that time. Earning hundreds of millions of dollars, this small Austrian village boy earned everything he dreamt of and more. After feeling that he conquered the hill of acting, he eventually moved on to politics, which we all know how that ended. All of this from a young boy who was constantly told that he can't, who also temporarily gave up on his other dreams so that he could fully embody the choice that was just in front of him, which actually ended up becoming a platform for him to achieve his other dreams. Now, what about you? Are you doing too much in your life? When are you going to finally temporarily give up on all the other choices just to focus on that one choice that is just in front of you? Just to dedicate your existence to that one thing that can act as a platform to allow you to grow to other heights that you wish. And again, this is a temporary giving up, not a defeat. Do not make it complicated. All you have to do is learn the choices that the rich and successful acted on before you. And this channel is your source of such valuable life lessons from which you can build whatever it is that you want. You will become great. You will become successful. Are you willing to dedicate your entire existence, your entire time spent on this planet, everything that you consume, all the books you read, all the social media you consume, all the time you spend living and breathing, dedicated towards fully embodying this one role, this one choice that you made in front of you? So that once you master that role, once you master that craft, once you build that platform, you can stand proud, confident, and tall on top of it, so that you can finally achieve and do everything it is that you want to do. But first, you must temporarily give up on those choices until the one in front of you has come into some type of fruition.